so fetch.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaiya, and today we are finally listening to Tool. Today we're going to listen to the title track off of Ainama. We're going to be listening to the title track of that album, which is the same name. Anima, maybe that's it, Anima, I don't know. Ainama. I don't know what it is. Either way, I'm excited. I'm wearing my Tool shirt today. I know you're jealous, girl. I got it for like 25 cents at the Goodwill bins. Whoever decided they didn't want this Tool shirt, girl, you messed up, okay? So we're going to be listening to Tool, my very first time listening to them. I'm pretty excited. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please feel free to do so. I post weekly videos documenting my metal journey as a brand new metalhead. I also have a Discord, the Moshpit. There's an invite link down below in the description, as well as my P.O. box if you feel inclined to send something to be featured in our monthly metal unboxing videos. And I also am switching the scroll wall, starting to add some of the stuff that y'all have been sending to me. I know you're only seeing like kind of the bottom half, but I showed some of it on my Instagram, and I'll take some photos and post it here too. So I got my Stephen King collection kind of up here, some Bolt Thrower Carcass records that y'all sent me, a few cassette tapes. All of these CDs are from y'all, as well as all of these books, and I have records here, and I also got a couple magazines as well. So there's tons of more CDs and stuff up here. Again, I'll show you, but I just kind of wanted to showcase what the scroll wall is evolving into. So without further ado, let's get into Ainama by Tool. Ooh. Ugh.
Some say the end is near. Some say we'll see Armageddon soon.
Ugh.
Certainly hope we will. I sure could use a vacation from this bullshit. 3 ring.
Oh. Okay, first impressions before we get too much into the song. I actually am really liking what I'm hearing. It's so much different than I thought it was going to be. A lot of y'all from my Meshuggah reaction said that I should listen to Tool. Y'all have been requesting Tool for a really long time. I really like his vocals. It's very much reminding me of... He's got a lot of like vibrato in his voice. So it's kind of reminding me of like Dave Matthews, the Dave Matthews Band, his vocals in a way. It's very like pleasant. And the beginning of this was really nice. The drums sound great. There was a lot of like little layering pieces. The bass is like front and forward also, and just kind of being shown a real good time. The really great mixing, nice and forward, but not too bad. The only critique I have, and this is more of a personal thing, is I just want the vocals to be up a little bit more, because that bass is like very, very forward, but I really, really like it so far.
Circus.
like this part. The bass, dude.
Some say a comet will fall from the sky, followed by meteor showers and tidal waves, followed by fault lines that cannot sit still, followed by millions of dumbfounded dipshits, and some say the end is near.
Oh.
Some say we'll see Armageddon soon. Certainly hope we will. I sure could use a vacation from this stupid shit. Silly shit. Stupid shit.
Okay, sorry, I know it's about to like build, but this song is kind of taking me by surprise because I thought it was going to be so much different, but this is like beautifully mixed, beautifully mastered, very catchy, but obviously they're a commercial band. They've won Grammys, not that that means anything, but they're just very popular. But this song has so many layers, and the beautiful dynamics of it, of just this whole section here, for example. You've got the bass again with this like, awesome, catchy riff, holding down the fort. His lyrics or his vocals, he's got a beautiful voice, and he's doing really great layering techniques and harmony techniques, especially with this whisper too. This stupid shit. He was like doing kind of even higher, kind of softer whisper sing that was in the pocket as far as harmony goes. Yeah, I'm down with this. It's so catchy. It's really, really very well produced and arranged, and I like that. The chorus itself reminds me very much of Metallica, as it kind of has that commercial metal rock sound. I don't know if I would classify Tool as a rock band. They've won Grammys as a metal band. Google has them as a rock band. I've heard that they're a progressive rock band, progressive metal band. I'm assuming they're kind of a mix between like Mastodon, Meshuggah, and Metallica. Wow, all ends. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, let's continue.
One great big festering neon distraction. I've a suggestion to keep you all occupied. Learn to swim. Learn to swim. Learn to swim. Mom's gonna fix it all soon. Mom's coming round to put it back the way it ought to be.
Oh,
Fuck L1 Hubbard and fuck all his clones. Fuck all these gun-toting hip gangster wannabes. Yeah, fuck that true anything. Fuck your tattoos. Fuck all you junkies and fuck your short memory. Yeah, fuck smiley glad-hands with hidden agendas. Fuck these dysfunctional, insecure actresses.
it's such an angsty song. I love this section. Learn to swim, learn to swim, learn to swim. And his voice, he's got a lot of cuss words that he's flowing at me, but I like it. It's very like angsty kind of teenager vibes, but not in like a cheesy way. And it's reminding me of It's going to be a kind of an odd comparison. Jewel. Odd comparison, but I guess not really for the time period, because I'm almost certain that this album, Anime, which is what I'm going to call it, because that sounds better than enema, it came out, I think Anime came out in, 96 or something like that? And Jewel released her the most famous song, I guess, that I know, Who Will Save Your Soul, in 95. I'm getting that in terms of angst as well as the vocals. It sounds such a weird comparison, but that's what I'm getting. I really like I love this song. I love this song. Honestly, I could listen to this all day long. The layering, it's perfect. The vocals is perfect. This is the perfect summertime drive song with your windows down, and I could just see myself being fuck all these things and fuck all this whatever, and that's great. And the drums. Somebody mentioned that if I liked the drums in Meshuggah, I would like the drums in Tool, and I do. The drums are very Mastodon-esque for me. Oh.
I'm praying for tidal wave. I wanna see the ground give way. I wanna watch it all go down. Mom, please flush it all away. I wanna see it go right in down. I wanna watch it go right in. Watch you flush it all away. Time to bring it down again. Yeah, don't just call me pessimist. Try and read between the lines. Yeah, I can't imagine why you wouldn't welcome any change, my friend. I wanna see it come down, bring it down, suck it down, flush it down.
Oh. Wow. Holy cow. I'm sorry. I'm amazed right now. That's a real song? Dude, I could listen to that all day, every day. Sorry, I'm putting my headphones on the ground. Fire. I love that song. That song made me feel so many different things. There's so many different chapters. I love everything about it. I honestly love everything about that song. The bass, I've already mentioned, fire. His vocals are beautiful, and he's layering pieces really, really nicely. They didn't do anything over the top. Everything was just beautifully layered and placed. The drums were really great. Definitely getting, let me just see when this came out. Is it spelled A-E-N-E-M-A or A-E-N-I-M-A? Because I'm getting both on YouTube and on Instagram, or on Google. And Google wants me to change it to A-E-N-I-M-A. Yeah, so it came out in 96. I'm absolutely getting the best of the 90s in this record. It's beautifully mastered, produced, mixed. I wish his vocals were a little higher, but you can still clearly hear what he's saying. I'm getting so many different things. I'm getting a little bit of Slipknot vibes, especially in the end when they had a lot of the percussion. I don't know if they have a percussionist or if it was just the drummer kind of doing some extra stuff, but it sounded like a little bit of Slipknot. Getting kind of like Dave Matthews Band I mentioned, a little bit of Jewel in the vocals and kind of the sass of the lyrics. Definitely getting like Mastodon too in the drums and kind of like the production as well in that regard. Not as much of Meshuggah, because I feel like Tool has a lot more melodically that's going on, whereas Meshuggah is definitely more less melodic. They just don't have too much melody going on, which is fine. I think Tool has some like Metallica elements and a little bit of Peth vibes too. I was getting some of that as well. So it's really interesting to hear this. This was not what I was expecting. I'm also getting, is it Oasis? That band? Yeah, Wonderwall. Yeah, I'm also getting Oasis too, which of course is like a 90s band. So kind of like the best of that sort of era. Yeah, a lot of y'all requested this record, Ainama, as well as like they have like a 46 plus 2 and 2. That was also something that was requested a lot. I'm 13,800,000,000,000 years old, and I would like to personally thank Tool for single-handedly creating the entire universe and keeping the laws of physics together. This song has never been more relevant than it is now in the year 3065. Why is everybody in the future in the comments here? I'm currently 2 months out from birth. I still remember blasting this every day back in the second trimester. Those were the days. Why is everybody in the future here? I'm 97 years old, and this song got me through the trenches of World War I and when I was only 13 years old. I'm 80 years old. When I had a massive heart attack 2 years ago, there was no one around to help me, so I played this song at 11 and grabbed my two Bose speakers and placed them on my chest and jump-started my heart with Tool. Oh God, I'm 51 and unfortunately in a nursing home. Other residents are getting tired of hearing Tool blasted on my Bluetooth speaker every day. Alright, I like the Tool fans. Y'all are just an absolute blast in these comments here. I'm not even born yet. I'm manifesting energy from beyond the beyond to state I have been a Tool fan since before they themselves even came to creation, as I already knew their existence was well underway. The word Ainama is a portmanteau, I don't know what that is, of the words enema and anima. An enema is a procedure of introducing liquids into the rectum and colon via the anus. Obviously we know this. Metaphorically, it would refer to a cleansing of another type, such as the nationwide purging described in this song. Interesting. The anima refers to one of two primary anthropomorphic, archetypes of the unconscious mind in Carl Jung's school of analytical psychology. In the unconscious of the male, this archetype finds expression as a feminine inner personality, anima, equivalently. In the unconscious of the female, it is expressed as a masculine inner personality, animus. It is an archetype of the collective unconscious, and it is said to manifest itself by appearing in dreams. It also influences a man's interactions with women and his attitude towards them, and vice versa for females and the animus. Interesting. So it's kind of like purging, nationwide purging as described in the song, and then some sort of dream psychology behavior. Something. I got lost with, look, I got dyslexia. That's a lot of big words. I don't know the meaning of a lot of those big words. I'm gonna just keep it real, okay? Okay. Nice. Video director, Adam Jones. Guitar, Adam Jones. Who's the main lyricist? Written by basically everybody in Tool. Okay, yeah, they do have a percussionist. Okay, so they have a percussionist, Jeremy Glasgow. Why does that sound so familiar? Then programming. Drum technician. Guitar technician. Vocals. Interesting. Yeah, 1996. Songs that interpolate anima. The Great Debate by Dream Theater. Oh. All right. Rock, alternative, West Coast, progressive rock, alternative metal. I always thought it was meant to combine anima, which is Latin for soul, and enema of flushing. Literally flushing the shit from your soul. I like that a little bit better. I like that. The sentiment of this piece brings welcome to piloerections and spinal climaxes that are nearly orgasmic. I'm occasionally asked, how would you survive a major catastrophe? And I simply reply, I hope I'm at ground zero. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I really like this song. I want to look at some of these lyrics. Go away, Cole's ad. Learn to swim, learn to swim. Throughout this verse, a voice comes in and out repeating the same phrase over and over again, driving into people's minds the idea that you need to get conscious to things around you. F. L. Ron Hubbard and F. all his clones was an American pulp fiction author and the founder of the Church of Scientology. Yep, I remember him. Boof. If you watch my Carcass vlog part 1, we have a Scientology dude that like said some pretty rude. He was just like rude when we walked past him. It was very creepy walking past the Scientology church. Side note. It was like eerie. I was like, ooh. And it was so like pristine and clear. This was in LA. This was in Los Angeles. It was so like pristine and clean inside the church. We didn't go inside, but they had like big glass windows around it so you could like see. It looked like some weird like mix of like a luxury tourist like office as well as like a hotel lobby doctor's office thing. It was like very sterile. F. Smiley, glad hands with hidden agendas. Politicians are commonly called glad-handers, smiling as they cover up backdoor deals, secret plans, and other shady dealings. Some say a comet will fall from the sky, followed by meteor showers and tidal waves. People give various opinions as to the demise of the world. Some say it's a comet. Did you know in 1997, a year after this album came out, news outlets started assuring us that Earth absolutely 100% odds would be destroyed by the XF11 meteor about 30 years into the future. A few years later, they retracted the whole thing as if it had never happened in the first place. Freaky. We could go into like a whole freaky thing with some of these end of world theories. Here in this hopeless hellhole we call LA is past saving. It has to be flooded. Biblical reference to God flooding the earth, telling Noah to build an ark. Okay, so it's like the end of the world sort of soul. I like the idea that guy said of like soul flushing, world flushing. So this song really talks a lot about like the end of the world. We need to kind of like purge these people that just don't, society, I guess, in a way. I like it. I like the idea of the song. I love the instrumentation of it. I love his voice. I already mentioned some of the artists that it kind of reminds me of. It's a lot different than what I was expecting. Honestly, I was expecting it to be a little more boring like Mastodon. And sorry, I don't like Mastodon. And I was expecting it to be a little more simplified is not the sound, but a little bit is not the word I'm looking for, but more like Meshuggah in terms of instrumentation and everything, which Meshuggah is very like kind of bare bones. They just don't have anything melodic really going on. But Tool was just pleasantly surprising. It's absolutely not what I was expecting. And I really like it. I actually really, really like this song. So I'm down to listen to more of this record. I was thinking of doing the full record for Anima, and then the other one, Lateralis. A lot of y'all said to check that one out. So I'm down to do full album deep dives into those if y'all want. So just let me know down below in the comments. That's going to be it for my reaction today. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on this song and the album Anima as a whole. I hope I'm like pronouncing it right. But yeah, if you've seen Tool live, let me know what are your thoughts on Tool and like their place in like metal history. Since they came out in '96, this is like right around the time Slipknot was coming out, Korn was kind of coming out, I think a few years later. I know Opeth was releasing albums around this time. So we were kind of getting into like the new metal stage. Mastodon was releasing records right around this time. So I feel like more progressive metal and new metal was coming out in the mid to late 90s. I think that's a correct assumption of the timeline. So what's the impact that Tool had in that is my question. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's reaction, and thank you so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate y'all supporting this channel and supporting the metal journey. So if you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. I also have my Discord in my P.O. box down below in the description if you're interested. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, you guys.